New Comic Book Day has definitely set the pace for a beautiful trending 10 list. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a beautiful list. So let's get into it. So what's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am the host, C3. And before we get started, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Thank you to all our new subscribers. I really appreciate the support that we have been receiving from the community because I know I couldn't do this without you guys. But check it out. We've got a beautiful trending 10 list for the week. I'm excited about showing it to you. So let's dive right on in. No hesitation, all right? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Good vibes only. So, starting off at number 10, the first book I want to talk to you about, it's published by Marvel. And the first two books that I'm actually going to bring to your attention, this is number 10, right? So these first two books that I'm going to talk about are specific to how overpricing can hurt or may hurt the sale of the comic book overall. So I want to talk to you about this book that was published by Marvel, and the title is Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 20, and this is the Sprouse Lucas film 50th anniversary comic book, right? It's that first official comic book cover appearance of Mando and Grogu. Yeah, a very anticipated cover. Two characters that I know are loved and deared throughout the comic book community, and I'm a little concerned about the way it's been doing on the secondary market, So let's talk about it. It says it was released on February 19th, 2022. The last recorded sale for this book in the raw copy was on February 9th, 2022. And it sold for $19.50 for a raw copy. The current trend on this book is actually down right now. It's down 2.39%, 2.39%. And I can't help but think that part of that is probably because of the pricing. Not to knock any of the dealers. I love my comic book shops. I love my LCS. I love you dealers because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to sustain or fill my collection. But I think sometimes pricing coming out the door does affect the overall sale of the book, right? The average sale for a raw copy right now is $17.38. We know it's too early for any graded sales, and that's fine, right? But we've seen a sale of 13 copies overall for this book. The highest recorded sale for this book in a raw copy was $40, and that was back on January 14th, 2022. And I kind of feel like that might have been like a FOMO purchase. That was somebody who thought they might have missed out and wanted to get ahead of the game and bought one a little early. Well, you know how sometimes when people put them up on eBay, when they see a new cover coming out and they put it out ahead of time, it's severely overpriced in the beginning, and somebody may grab it thinking that that they're not going to have a chance of getting their hands on one. Well, with this book, it wasn't particularly the case. Plenty of orders were out there, plenty of orders were made, there are plenty of copies. But I think pricing had a lot to do with what this book is doing on the secondary market at the moment. But like I always say, strike while the iron is hot. This price is down. This book is down 2.39%. But it still remains the question is, do people want to pay $17 for this book? So I think that's a valid question. And again, not to offend anybody, but just to, offer up dialogue and discussion. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hot book. People love these two characters, but it's not doing so well on the trending market right now. That may change, so I'm going to keep my eye on it, so I'm going to do my due diligence. So just keep that in mind also. But yeah, let's talk about it, all right? Number 10, Star Wars, Darth Vader, issue number 20, the Sprouse Lucas film 50th anniversary. First Mando and Grogu on the cover on official comic book. The next book I want to talk about, also coming from Marvel, and this book also is not doing as great on the secondary market as I expected it would. And I'm talking about the Avengers issue number 53, and this is the Black History Month cover by Joshua Sway. Yeah, it's not doing great. It's not doing as well as I thought it would. And again, I think that is attributed to pricing. Beautiful cover, beautiful artwork. Everybody is familiar with this artist and the work that he does. It says that this book was released on February 9th, 2019. The last recorded sale for a raw copy in this book was on February 9th, 2022, where a book sold for $33.89. This book is currently trending down, I tell you, at 8.03%, right? The average sale for a raw copy of this book is $30. So far, there's been a total of 34 copies sold of this book. And for me, that's kind of alarming, for this particular book. And I can't help but think that it's because of the pricing. Now, I know in this book, not just the fact that it's a Joshua Sway cover, but there's also a first appearance or there's a first something, right? Black Panther winds up having a red suit. So is it the first appearance of the red suited Black Panther? I don't know. We don't know, right? It's unofficial. They're not necessarily saying. But there's a first appearance in there. We get that. But then, you've got the Black History Month cover also. Those two things combined, right? People normally buy what they want, but I think it speaks to how the comic book community is receiving the pricing of these particular books. And I think that's something we should consider, right? And again, I love my LCSs. They take good care of me, and I always try to support them everywhere I go, and I will continue to do so. And I myself, I purchased my books, right? I purchased them. But when I look at the numbers, and I said, numbers don't lie. And it's just a little alarming that the two hottest books are not trending as well as we thought they would, right? So 34 total copies sold so far. The highest known sale for this book in a raw copy was $34.99, and that was back on February 7th, 2022. Again, 34 copies, and one of the hottest and most anticipated books that was out there. I'm waiting for more numbers to come in too, so I'm going to keep my eye on this book. But as of right now, it's not doing as great as I thought it would. And I just thought I'd mention that because, again, and if this book continues to drop, people are going to purchase it and it may wind back up on the list again, right? Trending upward. So let's wait and see what happens. But that is number 9, Avengers issue number 53. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 8, published by Dynamite Entertainment. The title of this book is The Invincible Red Sonja, issue number 7. And I'm talking about that Carla Cohen 1 in 30 Virgin variant. She purty. Is that a beauty or what, ladies and gentlemen? I got to get this book. I need this book in my collection. That thing's sexy, man. And shout out to the comic book community because you guys were telling me, you was like, yo, C3, have you seen this yet? Yeah, I see it now. She fine as wine, baby. Look, this book was released on January 26, 2022. Last recorded sale for this book in a raw copy on February 7th, 2022 was $26. Oh, I got that. I could definitely work that, right? This book is currently trending up at 11.75%, which is a beautiful thing, right? Good movement on the secondary market. Perfect opportunity, good opportunity for you flippers out there. The average sale for a raw copy for this book is $20.29. There's been a total of 9 copies sold so far. Now, the difference between this book and the other books is that I'm not alarmed about this book because when I look at this book, when I see this book, it makes me think that this book is such an exquisite piece of artwork that people are not really selling this book. There are some for sale, but a lot of people, some people are not selling this book. Some people are keeping this book I know if I had it, I wouldn't sell it. I'd keep it in my collection forever and ever and ever. Yeah, you know me. So the highest known sell of a raw copy in this book is $26, and that was back on February 7th, 2022. But this is just a beautiful cover, exquisite artwork. Carla Cohen, ladies and gentlemen, the 1 in 30. Get yourself a copy of that. All right. Next up, coming at number 7, published by Envelope Publishing, and this is Monkey Prince, issue number 1. Yes. Exciting book, too, right? Key factor to this, it's a Bernard Chung gold and red foil cover, all right? It was released on February 2nd, 2022. Last recorded sale for a raw copy in this book was on February 7th, 2022, and it was for $41.99. Yeah. This book is currently trending up at 12.90%. So it's still moving. It still has movement. The average sale for a raw copy in this book is $38.29. There's been a total of 30 copies sold so far. The highest known sale for this book in a raw copy has been $45, and that was back in January 29, 2022. And I would have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that book is definitely a beauty, and it looks like it's worth having in the collection. And I'm hearing that it's not a bad story. It's a good read, too. I personally have not read it, but I have a close friend who picked it up and read it, and he said he really enjoyed it. That's what made me take a look at it, right? Monkey Prince. I also saw the little thing, like it looks like it had something like that on Netflix, too. So now it makes me want to go watch the movie. But I think I'll read the comic and then go watch the movie. Go watch the series that's on Netflix. Monkey Prince. All right? That's number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, coming at number 10. This book is published by Marvel. The title is Marvels, issue number 8. Yes, a beautiful book, right? Here's what's going on with this book. It's a Massimo Carnival 1 in 25 variant. It was released on February 12th, 2022. The last recorded sale for a raw copy of this book was on February 7th, 2022, where it sold for $27.05. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 17.54%. So this book is showing substantial gains, and it continues to move upward, which means it might be a good investment book for those of you guys who like to make quick flips. Long term, I'm not so sure about, but a quick flip, get in, get out, get your money, and let it fly, right? There's been 10 raw copies of this book sold so far. The highest known sale for this book in a raw copy was that $27.05 back on February 7th, right? And so, yeah, this book is showing significant movement on the market, and you might be able to make a couple of extra dollars on it if you're looking to invest in this book, right? And overall, considering what the artwork looks like on the cover, it's not a bad looking piece of artwork to add to the collection too, if that's what some of us do, right? Some of us do collect books for the art also. Good story, good art, and possibly a good investment, right? Who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the halfway mark. I just want to take this opportunity once again to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. I can't tell you enough how I appreciate the support that you guys have been showing the channel. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you some of the comic books that I picked up on New Comic Book Day. All right? And you guys know the routine. It's always good vibes only. Because that's what life should be. Good vibes only. Now let's get back to it. We now return to our regularly scheduled program. Coming in at number 5, ladies and gentlemen. This book was published by Marvel. And the title of this book is Aliens, issue number 9. And we're talking about that Raza cover variant. Like, this is a beautiful book. Look at this thing, man. Holy smokes. He killed that. That's fire. And what brought my attention to this book is when I was in the comic book shop. I was at my comic book shop, and the homie Chris was like, "Yo, that cover's fire." And I looked at it, and I was like, "Yo, you're right." Shout out to the big homie. Shout out to Chris for pointing out a fire cover, right? And it made the trending 10. So you know what you're talking about. I ain't mad at you, B. Shout out, cause yo, that Raza cover is something special. And again, keep an eye on his artwork because he's getting a lot of work, man. Raza's doing pretty good. All right. It says that this book was released on February 2nd, 2022. The last recorded sale for this book in a raw copy was February 9th, 2022. Price for this book was $3.99. The current trend is up 19.67%. I like that. A lot of other people was feeling this book too. And believe it or not, Alien is an awesome read, man. It's full of action. It's full of excitement. Yo, the story is very well paced. Yo, Alien is actually a good book that you can get into reading. It's probably one of the first books that I was reading for 2021. And I've been diving into it ever since, man. Great book. Great book. I can highly recommend that. It says here that the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $4.89. And like I said, with that 19.5% gain, this book is moving, right? So we're probably going to see a substantial growth in price in this book as well, to where it may make room for more profit for you guys who are trying to make a quick turn on this book. There's been a total of 34 copies sold so far, and the highest known sale for a raw copy of this book is $6.99. So there you go. You see that little increase as it keeps going, right? And then you also tack on that shipping and handling. So there's a little gain there if you are trying to flip this book, right? So there's an opportunity there. And I like it. I think it's worth it. It's worth a look. All right. So Alien, issue number 9. Number 4. Number 4 is published by Marvel. The title is The Excellent, issue number 1. Now, it's not a key factor, but it's just the book. It has to be a good read. And it's got a beautiful old school type cover to it. And it's the Michael Aldridge regular cover that's doing so well on the secondary market. It was released on February 2nd, 2022. Last recorded sale for a raw copy of this book was on February 9th, 2022, where it sold for $6.95, which is not bad. I love these low buy-in right now, that you can get this book for such a low cost and put it on the secondary market and make some profit on that. I like a low buy-in. That's what I'm always looking for. If I'm looking for a comic book to invest in and put it in my collection, I always look for the low buy-in, the lowest price point. I need a good copy of it. When I say good, I mean anywhere from like a mid-grade to a nice high copy with a decent low buy-in, right? I know I can't get it for cover price after New Comic Book Day, but if I can find it at that low buy-in, I'm all for that, right? It says here that the average sale for a raw copy in this book is $5.43. There's been a nice trend upward in this book. That 22.36% definitely makes sense, because it says here that we have 42 total copies that have sold in this book, and the highest known sale for a raw copy is $6.99, and that was back on February 7th, 2022, and that is not bad at all. The Excellent seems to be moving. It's trending, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely trending. Wow. I like it. Next, coming in at number 3, this book, published by Marvel, is The Avengers. Issue number 53 is the first appearance of the Red Black Panther. And I'm talking about the Leonardo Romero X-Gwen cover. Yes. And see, that's the difference. Look, This book is doing significantly well on the secondary market. But that's why I said what I said about the other books, because I think this book is speaking to the pricing of the other books, because wherever I went and I saw the X-Gwyn book, that book was still cover price. You could still get that book for just regular price. Like, there was no upsell on that book whatsoever, right? It was cover A that had some upsell on it, and it was the Black History Month cover that had some upcharge on it. But the X-Gwyn cover didn't have any upcharge on it when you were in the shop, right? It says that it was this book was released on February 9th, 2022. Last recorded sale for a raw copy in this book on February 9th, 2022 is $10.22. This book is currently trending upward at 24.97%. And again, I say, I think that speaks to people say, you know what? I'm not going to buy that book. I'm just going to grab this book here. I'm not going to get those covers. I'm just going to get this book here, because I'm getting the same thing for less money, right? And sometimes I just think pricing hurts the comic books sometimes, you know? Every now and again, I understand, things go up a little bit, and I'm all for it. Like I said, I always buy what I want, so I'm not debating that fact. What I'm saying is that, when we have comics that come out like this, and and you got a comic with the characters on it, we know these characters are well liked. We know the community loves these characters. We know that, beyond a shadow of a doubt, these are characters that the community is supporting. But you always have to consider pricing sometime. Like, the community is not stupid. Like, we have to think about that. Like, we understand what it means to spend our money, and what is worth and what is not worth. So I just think we have to consider that sometime. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. And I know that don't amount to a hill of beans, right? But anyway, so this book is currently trending upward right now at 24.97%, doing better than the other two books, right? The average sale for a raw copy of this book is $13.98 right now. Yeah, it's going up, right? It is going up, and people are still purchasing it, but they're not paying that $30, at least not yet. So we'll see what happens. There's been 16 raw copies of this book sold so far. The highest known sell for a raw copy of this book is $23.66. And that was back on February 8th, 2022. But I just think it's something to think about, something to talk about, something to consider. Leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think? Or was it the fact that everybody's loving X-Gwyn? Possible mashup character between X-Men and the Marvel Universe crossing over? It could be that as well. Who knows? Let's talk about it. Coming in number 2, another Marvel book. And the title is Crimson Reign, issue number 2. And the key factor to this is that it is a Raza Knights of Ren connecting variant. That all red cover. These joints are fire, man. I like Raza's work. I like his work. I'm a big fan. And I can't wait to see all of them connected and put together. Because like I said in past videos, like, I like collecting connecting variants. And I just think they're dope. Beautiful artwork. Okay. Released on February 8th. Yep, released on February 8th, 2022. Last recorded sale for this book was on February 9th, 2022. And that book sold for $26.01. And this book is currently trending up at 63.98% and still showing significant gains on the secondary market, right? The average sale for a raw copy of this book is $16.54. Yeah. This too is a hot book. This book is on fire right now. It's definitely doing its thing. There's been 15 copies sold so far, and the highest known sell for a raw copy has been at $26.01, and that was back on February 9th, 2022. The Raza Knights of Ren connecting variant. Fire. Fire. All right. We're at number 1 now. And I'm excited to talk about this book because I didn't even know what this book was until I read it. And I was like, wow. So I got to put this on my pull list. And this book was published by Marvel. The title is Star Wars Halcyon Legacy. And this is issue number 1. And I'm talking about the Attraction 1 in 10 cover. Yeah. It was released on February 2nd, 2022. Last recorded sale for this book in a raw copy on February 9th was $49.99. $49.99. And it is currently trending at 109.77%. I like that. Yes. I like that. I like when a book get to moving like this. It shows you how alive the comic book industry is. Like, it shows you that the comic book market is vibrant and it's thriving, like, and it's still moving. Like, there's still so much opportunity for growth and expansion in the comic book community and on the market. Is that, like, people are buying books. People are buying comic books. No one has stopped buying comic books. We're going to continue to buy comic books. Buying and selling comic books is what we do. And I don't see us slowing down anytime soon. And it's a beautiful thing. The comic book community is more alive now than it's ever been. And I like that. I can sleep well at night knowing that. I really do. The average sale for a raw copy in this book is $29.41. There's been 29 raw copies sold so far. And the highest known sale for a raw copy of this book, like I said, was $49.99 back on February 9th, 2022. Halcyon Legacy, the 1 in 10 Attraction cover. Get out and get yourself one. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's our trending 10 for the week. Oh, and before I go, let me just make one correction so nobody tries to slay me in the comment section. I said that Crimson Reign was released on February 8th, but it was released on February 9th. Aha. I corrected myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, I want to show you guys what I picked up for New Comic Book Day. Really quick. Nothing spectacular. I'm just going to run through them, and then we'll call it the night. All right? So the first book I want to show you is coming from DC. It's the only book I don't have in the bag and board. I ran out. Again, I still have to try to get some bags and boards because it's crucial out there right now. All the comic books shops are not really getting the supplies like they want. So you kind of like got to piece them together right now. But I'm doing okay. I didn't. It gives me an opportunity. I'll just read it first, right? So this is what I got. Coming from DC, I grabbed Titans United, issue number 6 of 7. Love that cover. And I'm going to be slapping that in a Mylar. But I'm also enjoying the read too. I love it. Just so you get a little concept of what's going on the inside, let you see the artwork. All the excitement. Yep, I'm really enjoying all of that. When you think about it, right? Here. Check this out. Nightwing kicking his face in. And look. Yes, Teen Titans United, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely check it out. That interior artwork is not to be played with either. All right, next book I picked up, coming from Mark Miller, and what is that? Matteo Solera. That is King of Spies, issue number 5. And this book is dope too. This book is definitely the truth. I enjoyed this. Super exciting, full of action, full of gore, full of getting your head blown off. This is dope. This is dope. Very nicely done. I'm enjoying that one. Next book, coming from Dark Horse, is Apache Delivery Service by Matt Kent, Tyler Jenkins. Another hot comic. Very nicely paced story. Very well done. I will continue to pick this up and continue to read it. I like where this story is going. It's about a soldier and an explorer who have teamed up to find a lost treasure. But finding this lost treasure will not be as easy as they thought it would be, because it is guarded, they say, by a witch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't messing with no witches. But I definitely like this story. This story is dope. All right, so check it out. Apache Delivery Service. Next book from Marvel, Star Wars, The High Republic, Trail of Shadows, issue number 5. Yeah. That. Next, from Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man, Enter the Slinger. The Slingers, Enter the Slingers. And this is issue number 88, Bay. 88 Beyond. I don't know why they're doing that, but whatever. Enter the Slingers. Here we go. Grab that. Grabbed another copy for Spits and Giggles. You know I did. I had to. Here's one I pulled off the back issue shelf, just to add to the collection, because I'm anticipating that I'm going to be putting together a couple of runs of the particular story arc, and I grabbed Black Panther issue number 1. I think this is one of the cover variants. Yep. Black Panther issue number 1. Got them 2 things pointed at them. I see that. 2, 3, 4 of them. All right. Coming from Marvel, we have Earth's Mightiest Avengers, issue number 53. This is cover A. Sorry. Yep, this is cover A. And again, this was one of the bigger books this week. And, you know, I grabbed a few copies, but I got them all at cover price. So, but I couldn't help but notice how, you know, they were doing on the secondary market. So I wanted to just talk about that for a second. Cover A. Another one. All right, it's for the collection, because you never know where the character can go. All right, and this is that Joshua Sway cover that I was talking about. You know, they're asking $30 for this, right? But I was blessed enough to be able to get it for cover. Yeah. Beautiful cover though. You know I'm digging that artwork, man. Just beautiful. Just a remarkable cover. Right? A book that was brought to me by one of the members of the community. Shout out to that particular member of the community for making me aware of this book. And that is Land of the Living Gods, issue number 1 from Aftershock. I think this is a sleeper book, so we might double back to this book. So just keep your eye out on this book. This may be a sleeper right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't grabbed one, go out and grab one. Fire story. Definitely fire. And I grabbed another one for spits and giggles. Definitely. Next up from DC, I grabbed Batgirls, issue number 3. Right? Batgirls, issue number 3. And I believe it is the first appearance of this individual right here. I forgot her name. So, but I grabbed a copy nonetheless. First appearance at $3.99. That's a good buy-in. Beautiful. Very nice. Let's see. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, I grabbed Detective Comics, issue number 1052. And this is that Lee Bermejo cover. And that thing is a beauty, huh? Look at that. Fire. Yes, indeedy. Just a nice cover. Batman. Love that artwork. I'm excited about the new Batman movie coming too. I can't wait. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, from Marvel, we have Chip Zdarsky and Mark Ruffalo's Devil's Reign, issue number 4 of 6. Yep. I'll be reading this one tonight. That one's going to put me to bed. Now, I was so happy to get my hands on these books right here. You guys know how I am about my yellow covers. So you know I was happy to get my hands on this Devil's Reign right here. Issue number 4. And that is a dope cover, man. Look at that yellow, man. It's popping. That yellow is rocking, yo. I like that. Yeah. Excellent cover. My wife is a big Luke Cage fan, so I grabbed this one for my collection, and then I grabbed one that she can throw in her collection because she'd be mad at me if I didn't get her one. So I grabbed another one, right? I might Debo her. I might do the Debo thing and be like, you know, it's both ours, but we'll keep it in my comic collection. It's like it's both of ours, but I'll hold it. Oh, shoot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't mind me. Don't mind me. All right, from DC, we have Joker, issue number 12, and I gotta show you John Boy Myers. Look at that. John Boy Myers, ladies and gentlemen. He rocked this cover. Joint is fire. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, really quick. If you guys got any kids around you, have them step away for a hot second. They're not too provocative. Ain't nothing crazy, but I also don't want to show the kids nothing that they ain't supposed to see. Right? But I did grab, and I have to remember which is which. right? So this is, we'll pull it out of the plastic. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Draculina, issue number 1. And this is, I think this is the 1 in 10 or something or other like that. Is this the 1 in 10 or like some type of incentive variant? But I thought it was just very nice. All the pink negative space in there. Well, just nice to have in the collection. Right? Draculina. It's dope. Pretty cool stuff. And then I also grabbed this one. Beautiful. Very nice. She nice. Very nice artwork. All right. And last, but definitely not least, Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 20, the 50th anniversary variant. Mandalorian and Grogu on the cover of official comic book. Right? Every collector should have one of these in their collection. Right? Yes. Beautiful. And definitely make sure you're keeping your eye out for the second print of this that's coming. Go ahead and tell your LCS to pre-order you a couple copies. That way you can have them. Just a beautiful book. All right? So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for you today. Thank you guys for stopping by, checking out the channel. I really appreciate the love and the support. If this is your first time stopping by, watching the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out, all right? And that way, every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification, okay? So let me get out of here, go grab a bite to eat, and then I'll see you guys before the week is out, all right? You know what I always say, don't hate, congratulate. Show some love, because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, when you see me, always keep it comics. I'll see you guys next time.